Good morning, Kingsley School. My name is Blaise Hughes-O'Sullivan. Before I go on to talk to you all, I think it is best to explain a bit about myself. I'm a member of the Kingsley School alumni, and I have many happy memories from my time here. As some of you may be able to guess from my surname, Mrs. Hughes-O'Sullivan is my mother, and so I was brought up in a household where cooking and healthy eating are really important. I've also been exposed to learning about food systems and agriculture because of this journey. While at the Kingsley School, I studied food technology at GCSE and did my coursework on Japanese celebratory cuisine. While this was a yummy experience, it also opened my eyes to issues such as food miles impacting on the environment and food security. I went on to study classics in an undergraduate degree at the University of Reading and a master's degree in sustainable agriculture and food security at the Royal Agricultural University in Cirencester. My master's degree was a great experience to explore the agricultural world and make long-term friends, as well as preparing me for the job that I am in now. So I work at a company called APS Produce down in Chichester in West Sussex as the Sustainability Executive. APS Produce is the largest tomato grower in the UK, and we supply all of the major supermarkets, including Tesco, Marks and Spencer's, Ocado, Waitrose and Sainsbury's, as well as third parties such as HelloFresh and Oddbox. We also grow cucumbers, peppers and aubergines, and they're produced in large glass houses across the country, mainly during the summer, but also in the winter through a process called lit production, where we use specialised LED lights to support growth so that we can have British tomatoes outside of their traditional season. My role as Sustainability Executive covers a variety of aspects such as food and water waste reduction, biodiversity, packaging and energy efficiencies and reporting. I also cover environmental compliance for assurance schemes that we conform to for our customers, such as Red Tractor, Leaf and Soil Association, which is really interesting to see how businesses have to maintain the high standards of British food, farming quality and welfare. As the theme of this year's Healthy Eating Week is Give it a go, as Mrs. Hughes-O'Sullivan has said, I want to take this theme a bit further and talk to you all about the importance of fulfilling the aims of including more fruit and veg in your diet, having more exercise and trying new recipes, while also supporting British agriculture and being as sustainable as possible. The first thing that I want to say about sustainability is that it can be really easy to see influencers on TikTok and Instagram showing you lots of efficient and sustainable products, such as how the Kardashians and Nara Smith love cooking and glass jars and kitchen equipment to go along with the healthy eating practices. It can be really easy to want to do the right thing and have the same as these items as the influencers, and to get rid of any plastic items that you may already have. But the essence of sustainability is to keep using what you already have, to repair and upcycle it when you can, and then at the end of that product's life, to replace it with a more sustainable option made from glass or metal or something locally sourced. Secondly, I think it's really important to talk to you all about seasonality. I've already mentioned how at the company that I work for, we supply tomatoes all year round to meet the demands of supermarkets and consumers, which is you guys. This raises the question of why do we need or expect to have all of the produce available in our supermarkets 365 days a year? While this freedom for choice for consumption as a result of trade developments is great to give us new choices, but it also poses potential negative effects such as environmental degradation, increased carbon footprint, risk of pest and disease, and health risks. Eating British seasonal foods holds great importance for several reasons which can counter these negatives, such as increased environmental sustainability, economic support to British and local businesses, and health benefits, as well as increasing community support and enjoyment. One of the main advantages of consuming seasonal food is its positive impact on the environment. Seasonal produce is grown and harvested according to natural cycles, meaning it doesn't require extensive artificial interventions such as heated and artificially lit greenhouses or long-distance transportation. This reduces the carbon footprint associated with food production and the distribution. For example, strawberries in the summer are naturally abundant in Britain and don't need the energy-intensive methods required to grow them. So by choosing the seasonal foods, we can minimize our environmental impact and conserve energy, which can help to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. Buying seasonal food when getting one of your extra 5 a day can support local farmers and the British economy, as it contributes to the livelihoods of the farmers, which is really important in sustaining the rural economy and maintaining farming as a viable profession, which can be quite tough in the current economic climate and cost of living crisis. Local markets and farm shops often stock seasonal produce, creating a direct link between consumers and producers, which can increase your sense of community and support one another. Additionally, it reduces the reliance on imported foods, which keeps more money circulating in the local economy and boosts food security. Seasonal foods are also typically fresher and more nutritious, so you're getting greater benefits. Fruit and vegetables consumed soon after harvest retain more of their vitamins and minerals compared to those which have been transported over longer distance and stored for extended periods. They also don't contain as many preservatives and additives. For instance, British apples harvested in autumn are packed with nutrients, offering a healthy snack option that supports your local agriculture. British farmers can grow a variety of fruits, vegetables and grains, which can help to form the basis of a healthy diet. Additionally, local meat and dairy products are often of higher quality, produced under stricter health and safety standards than those which are imported. It can also be said that the taste of seasonal produce is better than that of imported. How often do we look forward to having fresh British strawberries when we look forward to Wimbledon, or a hearty winter soup made from squash on a cold day? Having seasonal produce can add to more excitement and variety in our diets, and it encourages us to be more creative and experiment. Cooking with seasonal ingredients can be done in a fun way with friends and family, and you might be able to try a new vegetable from a local market or a piece of fruit that you wouldn't have already thought of. So by making mindful choices about the food that we are consuming, we can contribute to a more sustainable and enjoyable food system. Now you're going to be thinking, Blaze, all these products aren't available all year round. So that's when we come in with preserving seasonal food, so we can use it later in the year. And this is a practice that has lots of benefits in terms of health and also sustainability. You can use methods such as freezing, canning, drying and fermenting to help to maintain these nutrients and make it enjoyable to have healthy and vitamin-rich foods all year round. For instance, berries frozen shortly after harvest can retain their vitamin C content, providing a valuable nutrient source during the winter months when fresh food is not always available. Furthermore, home preservation methods can avoid the added sugars and salts and preservatives found in commercially processed foods. Preserving food can lead to significant cost savings. Seasonal produce is often cheaper when it's abundant, so buying or gathering in bulk during peak season and preserving it can reduce food expenses throughout the year. For example, tomatoes are typically more affordable in late summer when they're in season. By canning tomatoes, you can have a supply for sauces and soups throughout the year at a fraction of the cost of buying out-of-season tomatoes. Food preservation also helps to reduce food waste, which is a critical environmental concern. By doing so, individuals can prevent food from spoiling and being discarded, and this reduction in waste contributes to a more sustainable food system and reductions in greenhouse gas releases of waste at landfill. Moreover, relying on preserved foods reduces the need for importing out-of-season produce, which often involves considerable transportation and energy costs, therefore lowering your overall carbon footprint and helping secure food security. Preserving food can also enhance culinary variety. It allows for the enjoyment of different flavours and textures all year round and can widen your choices for home cooking. Pickles, jams, chutneys, dried fruits, frozen vegetables, they can all add distinct elements to meals, increasing your chances of meal prepping and having interesting dishes throughout the season. Food preservation has deep cultural roots and historical significance. Many traditional methods, such as fermenting and pickling, are part of cultural heritage and are passed down through generations. Engaging in these practices can connect individuals to cultural history and promote a sense of community and continuity. I'm a member of my local WI and also Young Farmers, where I live in West Sussex, and at these groups we regularly swap both preserved and fresh produce when we have excess in our farms or kitchens, and this is a great way to support each other and share new flavours. As we lead up to the general election in the UK and the changing political and economic landscape globally, it's really important to make conscious choices to be prepared for potential changes. One of the foremost reasons to support British farmers is to secure the nation's food supply. Local agriculture reduces dependence on international imports, which can be vulnerable to disruptions from geopolitical tensions, trade restrictions, and global pandemics. By prioritising local produce, the UK can maintain a more stable and reliable food system and be less susceptible to local shocks. This self-sufficiency is crucial in an unpredictable global environment and ensuring that we have fresh and nutritious food at all times. Thank you all for listening to me speaking on these topics today. I hope it's given you some food for thought and might inspire you to try and support British farming and make more seasonal choices in your journey for healthy eating. If any of you have any more questions or anything I have spoken about today that you want to discuss further, feel free to contact me on LinkedIn or pass it on to Mrs. Hughes-O'Sullivan, and I will do my best to help. Thank you.